Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the B-Leaguers podcast, brought to you by the Koya Store. Head to thekoyastore.com/B-Leaguers. Use our promo code, all caps, B-Leaguers, for 5% off any order on the website. You can get Rainbow Six pins, you can get Game of Thrones pins, you can get a shit ton of other pins out there, including some really special, cool pins and coins that I've seen. The first one that Anne put out there was really cool. So for all 5-year subs, she teamed up with the Koya Store, our sponsor, to get them all custom designed 5-year sub anniversary coins. I thought that was really fucking cool. And there's some more on the way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That I've seen. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So get your ass over there. Welcome back to the show. Yes, it's a couple days late, but I did put it on the subreddit that it was going to be a couple days late because my schedule is ass lately. Also, Sam's here. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Hey, bud.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I just got back from Montreal.
Oh, well, fantastic. Well, I'm sitting currently at home in southern Texas where it's fucking 105 degrees outside. I can't drive with my windows down because I literally can't breathe when I do.
That's, that's kind of like what I was going through in Montreal, because there was no AC in the house and no windows that opened.
Oh.
Yeah. So a month there with record heat wave. Let's just say I was sweating a lot. Let's just say
global warming isn't a thing, Flynn.
Exactly.
Global warming isn't a thing.
Hey, look, at least you escaped Poland before it got really bad. So, you know what?
True.
You made it back home to another burning hot zone, at least with air conditioning, though.
Exactly. It's a nice 76 degrees in my house right now, and I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real good.
All right,
But
for non-freedom unit users, that's like 18 degrees.
Yeah, it's like,
there you go.
Yeah, it's like 18 degrees Celsius. I'm getting better at this since, living in Poland, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think we both have some fucking life update shit, just a little bit, or like some dumbass shit. I'll talk about mine first because we're doing yours in a segment.
All right.
So I ordered a new mouse, Flynn. Ordered a new mouse. I got a Zowie S2 Divina EC2B, right?
Ooh.
And I got the little like wire management thing, the wire bungee that Zowie also sells. Got them on Amazon. I used my friend's account. It's my sister's boyfriend's. I used his Amazon account because he has 2-day shipping. I was like, okay, this will work out really well. So order it. The Camarade, or whatever the hell you call this damn thing. What do you say? Camade. Camade. How the fuck would you say that? Camade?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, a little wire bungee thingy shows up. I'm like, okay, cool. Where's the mouse? And I go look on Amazon, and it sent it to fucking Virginia, where where TJ's family lives. And I was like, oh, great. So I got the wire bungee, but I didn't get the fucking mouse with a wire because I use a G Pro wireless right now. So I can't even use the fucking wire, the wire bungee. So now I have to have TJ's little brother send me my fucking mouse from Virginia to Texas.
That's
because
fun.
Amazon literally fucked everything.
That's what you want. That's what you want right there.
Yeah.
Just send it to the other side of the fucking country. It doesn't matter. You don't need it.
Yeah, dude. Of course, don't need it. Not needed. Never needed. Oh, also, guys, in case you're wondering, we're going to be covering just some routine things, some stuff that's happened around the scene, as well as obviously all of the groups that got dropped for the Raleigh Major. Then Q&A. So that's why we didn't release the list. It's very short for the day. We're just covering some shit that happened and then going right into Raleigh Major, then your guys' Q&A. Which, again, if you guys aren't subscribed to the subreddit, make sure you guys do that. It's just r/B-Leaguers on Reddit. Make sure you guys set up an account if you don't have one. You guys can communicate with us. That's the best way to do it. We don't really look at the Twitter too often. We just use that more or less for news updates. So.
Yeah. There you go. That's the whole list, and that's kind of why I asked if everyone was cool with us delaying it, because if we did this last week, we'd have actually nothing to talk about, and the audio quality would be ass again. So, 2 birds, 1 stone. Wait till I fly home, and wait till we have groups. So, that's fun. So yeah, I just got back from Montreal. I was in Montreal for a month working the Canadian Nationals. Parker stopped by, and we had a lot of fun in Montreal together for a few days. And then we all flew back yesterday, and I don't know how I got jet lagged by staying in the same time zone, but I accidentally woke up at 5 a.m., played some ranked games this morning, and then fell asleep at like noon and woke up at 5 p.m. So, yeah, I don't know how I got jet lagged, but I completely dicked my sleep schedule for the next week. On Thursday, for some god fucking reason, I fly out to Vancouver at 7 o'clock in the morning, departure. That's gonna be fun, waking up at like 4 o'clock to drive down to the airport. I'm going to Vancouver for my cousin's wedding. I won't be back until next Monday, and then we're home all next week, and then, hey, the announcement came out, we're working Raleigh. Hi, yeah, we're doing the major. Then we fly out next Saturday for the major. So I have a lot of planes to be on this fucking summer. It's not ideal. Planes suck. I hate flying. But it's a lot of traveling and getting to do a lot of shit. So yeah, that's what my summer's looking like. That's what my life has been like lately.
So yeah, Raleigh. It's gonna be fun. Planes. Yeah, those are always fun.
Planes are not fun. Planes are the absolute worst.
Dude, it's the biggest farce because everyone's like, oh, planes are so cool. You know, you get so high up in the air, you look down, you literally can't see cars or anything. All you see is lights from cities. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. And you're like, this actually really fucking sucks. My head really hurts, fucking I can't sucks. Sleep, and it's really fucking cold. God, dude, my plane coming back to the States from Poland, my international flight, it was literally like, I would say 10 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius on the plane. It's fucking freezing cold, dude. Like, like the tip of my nose was cold.
That's a good ass flight, though. I always wear a hoodie. Okay, obviously. I always wear a hoodie on a flight, though, because it always gets freezing fucking cold in planes when you're on long flights. If you're on a short flight, like the flight from Toronto to Montreal is less than an hour, so it doesn't go very high. So even wearing a hoodie on my flight back yesterday, it was still a little warm up there. But like going to Poland, going out west to Vancouver, going to Vegas, going to LA, like all those flights, like I'm always rocking a hoodie because it's single digit degrees up there.
1 or 2?
Oh, just one. I'm not, no, I reserve the double stacking of hoodies for the 6 Invitational Group Stage Day 1 of 2019. That was my first and only time double stacking hoodies, and oh no, not the only time. I triple stacked hoodies for that Pro League broadcast on April Fool's Day. That was
fantastic.
That was fantastic. I was really impressed that Stuart signed off on it, because I DM'd him, and I was like, yo, are you cool with us, like, memeing this up a little bit for April Fool's, and I wear 2 hoodies? And his immediate response was, make it 3. You goddamn reject. And I was like, okay.
I love him.
Okay, Stuart.
I love Stuart, dude. He's fantastic.
He's like, 2's not enough. You goddamn idiot. Put on 3. I was like, oh, okay. I'll get a 3rd one out of the suitcase. Let's go. And then it was like 1 billion degrees in the studio. So that was fun. But yeah, we're back now. Time to talk about stuff. You want to do that segment right now? Just because it's included in the fluff and shit?
Oh, do I?
Okay. So, I was just talking to Sam, like, we were just catching up and shit before, like, we started recording, as we always do. And I was telling him about Tinder this morning. My Tinder popped off this morning. Not really sure why, but it did. So, apparently we're going to call this Flynn's Tinder Adventures. And this is going to be a segment...
Flynn's Tinder Safari. You got to get it right.
There you go. Right, I forgot about the safari part. So, I don't know, I was swiping last night before I fell asleep. Fell asleep pretty early. I woke up this morning at like 5, and I had 3 messages on Tinder from 3 different girls. And they all looked pretty normal on the surface. Like, there wasn't really anything going on. Like, the first one was just, like, completely normal. It's like, hey, Flynn, how's it going? My name's blank. How are you? And she looked like a pretty normal girl, and there was nothing weird going on there, and everything was cool. And I was like, all right, I'll get to that in a second, because the next 2 seem weird. So, the second one, howdy there, Flynn. And I was super fucking lost, because I only looked at her profile picture, like the first picture, when I was swiping. I didn't actually, like, go any deeper into the pictures. I was like, hey, she's pretty cute off of 1 pic. I'm gonna hit that with a yes. So she hits me with the howdy there, Flynn. And I go, oh, dear fucking Lord, what have I gotten myself into? Okay, so I need to go check her profile. So I check her profile, and it's just like, you know those, like, student athlete memes that were just, like, filled with emojis that came out, like, a couple of years ago on Twitter? Where it's like every third word has an emoji behind it, and it's like, gotta keep grinding, the grind never stops, and like the huffy pace, or fucking Christ, the huffy face emoji, and like the fist emoji, and the bicep emoji behind it, like all that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Okay,
Yes.
cool. So basically, her bio was just the country version of that. And I don't know if it was a joke or not. So I'm like, okay, this is okay. I need to go check her pictures. So I only looked at her first picture when swiping. She was just at a club in a dress. Looked pretty good. I'm satisfied, right? Picture number 2. She's on a tractor. Okay. Picture number 3. She's in a barn. Okay. Picture number 4. She's on a cow. All right. Picture number 5. She's on a fucking horse. And I went, God damn it. It's a motherfucking country girl. So that was pure and total shock. And then the third one was just like, aggressive, like unnecessarily aggressive. The first thing she said to me was, Lamau, I have a hard time believing this. And I literally just sent back a question mark. I was like, what? Hard time believing what?
What does your bio say?
That I'm an
your bio
esport.
really quick.
Okay.
No, we need to know your bio.
Okay,
100%.
my Tinder bio, for everyone wondering, says, Exhibit A of failing upwards. That's it. That's all it says.
Oh my god! Is that really all it says?
That's actually all it says. And then in like the job thing, it says I'm an esports broadcaster for ESL. So that's apparently what she was looking at, because I just sent back a question mark, and she was like, there's no way you work for ESL. I know all the Siege casters.
What?
And I was like, wait. Wait, what? And I was like, okay, but I do, and I've done a lot of events in Siege, so I don't know how to respond to this. And she was like, well, prove to me that you're Flynn. And I was like, how do I prove to you I'm me? And she's like, oh, okay, I guess that's good enough. Oh my god, I'm such a huge fan. And I'm like, wait, what is this fucking 180? What? So I hit that with a hot block and moved on with my day.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so that was my morning on Tinder.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is fan-fucking-tastic. That
Yeah.
just made my day.
Yeah, I feel like she literally just went to Twitter and searched for my Twitter and was like, oh shit, it is him. Oh, okay, cool. And she changed her stance real fucking hard. And I was just like, I'm still me.
Mean, legitimately, if she knew you at all, she would definitely know that by that bio, it is absolutely
Yeah, I mean, I am Exhibit A, failing upwards. I don't lie on Tinder.
Read my description of how I have completely fucked my life, but yet still ended up making money.
Exactly. That's my autobiography right there. That's the title. How I fucked up everything and somehow still made money off of it.
At the end of the book, it's just gonna say I didn't fuck it.
Successfully stopped being a fuckhead. Didn't fuck it. Nailed it. Let's go.
Signed, Parker Mackay.
No, Parker would just sign the forward and be like, go fuck yourself, Rob. Hanging out with Parker again was fun in Montreal. We had a good time. We went on a bit of a date in Montreal together. So we went to the studio on Sunday to record like this like recap show like you guys do for Inside the USN. Mm-hmm. And we went in, we recorded that or whatever, and the fucking reject CL casters needed like 3 takes to do it, and Parker and I got it on the first take, so we were like, yeah, we're better. We're better. Because we were doing different segments. The CL guys were doing the first 2 games, and then me and Parker were doing the last 2 games, and we're just better than them. So you know what, Jesse, Xander, suck my ass, because I know you're listening. Yeah. So Parker and I nailed that, and then we went back to the Airbnb, and then Parker and I went out for drinks because they wanted to lay down for a bit before we went out to like an after
Bitches.
after party
Bitches.
an after party dinner. Relax. So yeah, Parker and I went out to a bar, and the first thing Parker asked for is like a raspberry ale, and they just ran out of it, and we were really sad because we ordered on a patio, and it was like 30 degrees outside, so we were like, fuck, man, a raspberry ale sounds like just fucking mint right now. Instead, he's like, dude, whatever your best sour beer is, lay it on me. So he brings out this like lime strawberry beer.
Ooh.
Let me tell you, and Parker will tell you himself as well, one of the best fucking beers either of us have ever had in our entire lives. I'm not even fucking around. Like, I could chug 10 of them in a heartbeat. We literally sat there sipping it, looking at each other, going, so who's going to chug these first?
Oh my god.
They were so good. It was so dangerous. So we had like 4 each. Yeah, we had like 4 each. And we had to pay up and take an Uber over to the restaurant where we were going to eat. And I went to go reach for my my wallet, and I keep my wallet in my ass pockets.
In my hoodie.
In my hoodie. So I keep my wallet in my ass pocket, so I'm like leaning over in the chair. Chair completely gives out, and I'm ass overhead fucking on the ground. So in my absolute desperation to try staying upright, I grabbed the table, and Parker still had half a beer. So that went everywhere. His phone went everywhere. I slammed into the dude sitting next to us, and apparently he threw a hissy fit for like 2 minutes while I tried to get up. And then I apologized, and he was like, nah, you're good. So Parker was confused. And then I felt really fucking embarrassed and awkward and bad that I like made because like everyone was out on the patio talking, and it was a packed patio. There's probably like 50 people out there. And everyone stopped talking, and everyone looked at me when I ate shit on the ground. So I felt really bad. So I tipped him $15, and he like prints out the receipt. He walks away. Parker and I are about to get up and walk away, and then he's like, I don't know. He comes back over with my receipt, and he starts like handing cash to me, and I'm like, what? I know I'm not from here, you French person, but what are you doing? That money is yours. And he's like, no, you gave me too much. You made a mistake. And I'm like, listen, ass, just because I'm from Toronto doesn't mean I'm cheap, all right? Come on now. No, I was like, it's yours. It's yours. It's like, I didn't make a mistake. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. So he walks away. So Parker and I, again, try to collect our belongings and get the fuck out. And he comes back with 2 shots of Jameson. And he's like, it's on me, boys. Thanks for the tips. And I was like,
that's
oh,
the most
boy.
Canadian thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
So Parker and I just look at the shots and we go, yup. That was a good time.
The only thing that could have made that more Canadian was if he came up with 2 shots of Crown Royal. It was like,
I wish he would have.
It's on the house.
I wish he would have. Jameson was good. Not gonna lie. We had a lot of Jameson at the house too, because Alex Van Silly, our host, also brought us a bottle of Jameson like the first night or after the first show I did. So after week 2. Yeah, we got plenty plastered off that. That was a good time.
Yeah. So Tinder. That's the end of the Tinder safari with Flynn.
That's the end of Tinder safari and Parker and Flynn adventures. Because any adventure that involves me, Parker, and alcohol, that's a fun story.
I'm very excited to see how far this Tinder safari thing goes. We just
it'll
your week on Tinder.
It'll go very far. I don't get off Tinder, and you know this.
You know what? I think I just figured out, because guys, if you didn't know this, Flynn and I are working on putting a Patreon together. Because I know a lot of you guys want us to do one, and we're like, fuck it, whatever. Maybe for like one of the tiers, we can have them set your fucking Tinder bio for a day.
I'm so down, dude. I change my Tinder bio all the time to just like one-liners. One day I was in Redeemer's stream, and he was one of the guys who was casting the Shrug versus Luminosity
He did
game.
really good yesterday, by the way. I watched
did
him
really
cast with
good.
razors. Yeah, I was
did
watching
really
him cast
good.
with razors.
And I was in his stream just chilling, and I don't know, like offhandedly, he was just like, "You're definitely not one of the worst casters, Flynn." So I quoted that and put it in my Tinder bio for a day. I literally put his fucking Twitter handle in there too. I just ran with it for a day. It was great. And I changed it back. But yeah, no, I'm definitely down to make that a tier. That'd be hilarious.
We'll set it up after this.
Yeah.
Which means, guys, it's gonna be patreon.com/beleaguers. That's what it's gonna be. So if you guys want to do Patreon, you guys can go over there.
If you want to give us your fucking money,
give me your fucking money. I love that Vine, dude. Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess it's time to get down to
time.
hard text.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, there's a couple of things about Raleigh before we get in. Let's do a little bit of a survivor's guide real quick, Flynn. I had a little bit of a rant yesterday on my stream. If anybody was there for that.
Oh no! What did you do?
It was about people showering before you hug me, please.
Oh yeah, please. So
survival's guide number 1: please bathe and use deodorant. I'm like, this is not for us. This is for you. We do not want you to embarrass yourself. Please make sure you're clean. I don't care if you took a shower the night before. When you wake up, shower, put deodorant on. Please wear clean clothes as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yes. Also, empty water bottles are fantastic. Bring a water bottle in with no liquid. There's water stands all around the entire venue that you can go up and get free water at. Fill up your water, then you're good to go. Also, at the majors, the last handful of majors, they've served alcohol if you're of age. So yes, you can get alcohol at the venue. Also, there's another thing that's going on. I know a lot of you probably haven't seen this just yet. It was just posted 4 hours ago, but this was announced. I'm going to read it verbatim from the Rainbow Six Esports tweet. We're excited to introduce open admission, allowing visitors to access some of the areas of the Raleigh Major for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, free. You can find more details on open admission and their survival guide on their website. But just to let you guys know, you have access to this. You do not have Friday access, but you have Saturday and Sunday access. So you get to see the semis, you get to see the semifinals as well as the actual final. You can see exhibits as well as activities, and you can buy merch. That's all you have access to, but you don't have to buy a ticket. So if you guys are in Raleigh or near Raleigh, you guys can go there and get in without a ticket. Otherwise, your general admission cost is $65, which gives you the Friday access as well as access to the arena and watch. Oh, excuse me. So you have Friday access, Saturday access. So for open admission, you don't have access to the actual arena. You're just going to have to watch it on the TVs on the outside, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, they'll have TVs displayed outside the actual arena. Like they did at SI and like they did at Paris and like they've done during Pro League finals as well.
So you guys can go get drunk at the venue. You just can't go into the actual venue because they have people with flashlights like actually at the area that check your ticket every time you walk into the actual arena. So
unless you're a cool swaggy motherfucker and you have a badge, and then they don't give a fuck. Or if you just wear a suit. The number of times I didn't get badge checked at SI was a little concerning. I was glad the security was better, but I don't know. Like the number of times I just walked in a suit and they were like, "Yeah, he's not going to kill anyone. You're good." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, fuck, you don't know. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the main three things. Main three things right there. So make sure that you guys are clean. Make sure you have a bottle that you can fill with water, so you don't always have to go get. Because a lot of the times, like they don't really sell water. I mean, they'll sell water, obviously, like just like the little cups, but it's much easier to have like a hydro flask or something that you can go and get water with. Also, they will. I believe you can get access back to the venue if you leave. I remember that they had that at SI. So if you guys want to go get food, like actual food, you can leave the venue, go get food, come back, and you'll still be able to get back into the venue as long as you have your wristband on.
Yep.
So make sure you can do that. So you don't always have to eat just like hot dogs and whatever. A little bit of healthier stuff. Also, where we are in Raleigh, there's some good restaurants around that area as well. So just make sure you use Yelp or whatever you guys' preferred food app is. I've been to Raleigh 2 or 3 times, and there's fantastic food all over. If you guys love barbecue, you're going to love Raleigh. And then lastly, make sure you guys have a little bag. Have a little bag. Make sure it's clear because otherwise you're not going to be allowed in. And that's really it for that. So open admission, you guys can now go for free. You just can't get into the actual venue. You can get in, hang out, buy merch, do everything else. You just can't go into the actual area to view the event. I don't know if they're going to be selling tickets there. They might be if it hasn't sold out. So if you guys are in the area and still need to pick up a ticket, you can just walk up to the ticket booth and obviously get one. But now it's time to get down to brass. It's time for group stage.
Group stage, baby. We have our group announcements for the Raleigh Major. Raleigh, North Carolina begins on August 12th. That is the first day of group stage. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I think all the groups look good, but I think the general consensus right now is Group C is the group of death.
Oh, I fucking agree with you. I understand that like in the last year since, since SI, a lot of these teams have gotten to the point where it's like, holy shit, this team could definitely go far. And it's basically all of them now. You don't just look at it and go, oh, they got an invite and they kind of suck, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So all of the groups are really good now. There isn't the group where it's like, oh, I don't want to cast that,
Yep.
But Group C is the group that you look at and you go, oh my fuck. Like
Oh dear lord.
that's just not okay. Evil Geniuses, Looking for Org, Previously the Stream, Space Station, and Ninjas in Pajamas are what make up Group C. That is what Flynn and I have both pegged as the group of death because any of them can beat any of the other teams on literally any given day. And it's very, very scary. I don't know who makes it out of that group. For the other ones, we'll run through them real quick if you guys haven't seen the update. Group A is Team Empire, Norengo, Immortals, TSM. Group B is G2, Rogue, Team Secret, and Cyclops out of Japan. Group C, once again, Evil Geniuses, LFO, Space Station, and NIP. And finally, Group D, FaZe Clan, Fnatic, DZ or Dark Zero, and Force.
Yep. Holy fuck. I think honestly these are some of the most stacked groups we've had at a major. I think the SI groups were good, but there were a couple weaker groups. I mean, there are a couple weaker groups here. I think Group A is the softest. I don't really know how to read Group B because you've got a team that got relegated at Pro League. You got a team that hasn't been doing well in Pro League in the last 6 months, if you look at it. Last 3 months, Rogue have been doing okay. The first half of Season 10, they're doing okay. And then you have a complete fucking unknown in Cyclops. And then you have G2, who also look like... you know what? I'm not even going to say it. They're not a question mark. They're not a question mark. We said the same thing when G2 were struggling for the first half of Season 9 before heading into SI. It's like, oh yeah, maybe G2's falling off. I mean, I wouldn't be like on the floor dying of a heart attack if G2 did not win the major, but let's be fucking honest, they kind of made it look easy at SI, barring 2 games.
Yeah.
2 games in 1 map. It was the game against Mantis, which against all odds was actually fun to go back and watch because I wasn't casting it. It was the game against Space Station in the quarters, which was a really fun game to watch before I went on to do EG Rec. And then the first map against Empire on Coast with infinite overtime. So you got, well, it was a 2-0 for G2 for Mantis. It was a 2-1 against Space Station, and then it was a 3-0, but only one of the maps was really competitive. So you had 5 meh maps for G2, and the rest just, yeah, it didn't really look difficult. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they're still on top, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. But you know what? You know what time it is now, Flynn?
Are we doing it? Just the straight-on predictions?
All right, guys. It's time for way too early.
Way too early predictions.
Raleigh major predictions. We're doing the full thing. We're not going to pussy out. We did the exact same thing for SI. I know that the podcast has gotten a lot bigger since then, but for
I'm
SI,
already making the bracket in Photoshop.
Yeah, but if you guys did not know, we did a full-on way too early SI breakdown where we broke down every single group. We translated it over. It's going to be the same format, by the way, Flynn, where they 4 plays 1, blah blah blah. So
yeah, that's always what it's been.
Group B to Group D. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know how our group stage works in Siege for majors, Group A, if I remember this correctly, you might be able to correct me. Group A plays Group C, Group B plays Group D, correct? Or is it Group A plays Group D, Group B plays Group C?
A1 plays D2, B1 plays
Okay.
C2, and then so on.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, anyways, so that's how it works. Top two from each groups are the ones who goes on. The bottom twos are the ones that are gone. They no longer are able to play the video games for money. So, with that being said, as Flynn puts things together,
I'm
it's
still
gonna be very,
drawing
very
in
interesting.
Photoshop. Hold on.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. But we're going to go all the way through. We're going to crown a victor in absolutely everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is something we only get to do twice a year. Last year, Flynn and I actually did a pretty damn good job. But I want to bring this up while I'm also filling for time. But I'm a caster, so pretty prominent as that. So I got to bring this up, Flynn. We said
Okay.
something. We said something at the last invitational before we went into it. We said G2 is more than likely going to win this entire thing, even though we didn't pick them to win it. But we said one thing about it. They're
Yeah,
only going to win the 6 invitational instead of 2019. And so far, we've been correct.
we did say that.
And they're not going to be going to Japan. It's almost mathematically impossible for them to go to Japan.
Yep.
So if they don't win this, you and I are correct.
So far. Actually, yeah, you're right. We'll be correct no matter what because SI 2020 will be in 2020. And Ranger asked us. For anyone who's curious when we said this, Ranger asked us a question. What do you how many lands do you think G2 will win in the calendar year of 2019? And we said 1, SI 19. We both said that. And Tristan was a little shocked. And you know what? A lot of people were a little shocked. Also, fuck you, Tristan. But yeah, a lot of people were a little shocked. But hey, we're 2 for 2 right now. They won SI. They didn't go to Milan.
And they're not going to Japan, so they gotta win it here.
Yep. Or we're right, baby. God, we're the fucking worst. Anyway, let's pull up the groups and
I don't even know why people listen to us. It's funny when people are like, "You guys need to make the podcast again." There's no one to listen to that actually knows what's going on, and we're like, "We don't even know what's going on.
we don't know what we're doing, so
we just record it. And you guys like it for some reason. I don't know."
Yeah. We're not
Also,
smart.
guys, we might have a sponsor in the woodworks here as well. So you guys might have another
Another
sponsor
one.
to be able to another one, Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna talk to you about it after.
Ooh.
Soon TM.
All right, we're good to go. Whenever you want to lay it out there, give me top 2 from each group.
All right, so I'm going first.
Yep, you're going first.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, here we go. I'm going Team Empire, TSM.
Sorry, I was talking on Tinder. All right. You're going who's first, who's second?
Team Empire first, TSM second.
All right, so you're putting Empire as the A1 and then you're putting TSM as the A2. Got it.
All right. So, this is where things start getting difficult.
Yep.
Oh, do I want to do it? Flynn, I always do something dumb inside of these. Should I do the dumb thing?
You always do some dumb shit, and just by you asking that, I can already tell what the fuck you're talking about, but go for it.
Should I do it?
Hey, man.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm not. I can't.
Say it with your chest, motherfucker.
I can't do it, dude. I can't. G2 is the number 1 seed. No, actually, fuck that. Team Secret is the number 1 seed. G2 is the second seed. Rogue's going to get knocked out with Cyclops. I wanted to really put Rogue in there and knock G2 out. That's really what I wanted to go with. But
all right. You got Secret as the B1 as you die, and you've got G2 as the B2.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Give me your group of death predictions and see how not controversial it gets. Or you could die.
Evil geniuses, ninjas, and pajamas.
Ooh. All right. I take it that's EG1, NIP2.
Yep.
All right.
And last, but surely not least, Fnatic Dark Zero.
Alrighty then.
Give me my bracket.
And you said Fnatic as the D1?
Fnatic is the number 1. Yep.
All right. Wait, am I stupid? Yeah, I'm stupid. Hold on, I fucked up. I'm writing as fast as possible. Chat, viewers, whatever. Okay, let me just double check. A1, D2, yes. B1, C2, yes. C1, B2, yes. D1, A2. Okay.
Sorry, Father Stokes just walked in. I apologize.
Okay. Well, I have your bracket if you're ready for it.
Hold on one second.
I don't think he's ready for it, guys. All right, I'm gonna just make a new page then and do mine while he dies inside, I guess, or whatever the fuck's going on. All right, we're gonna save this as Stokes Major. Look, I still have the fucking PD or the file from SI. It's called Stokes SI. All right, Stokes Major 19 save, and we're gonna do it all over again.
Apologies.
Oh, you're back. Okay,
Yep.
well, okay. I have your bracket if you're ready.
I'm ready.
First game, Empire Dark Zero, a rematch from Milan.
Empire Dark Zero. Empire.
Second game, Team Secret versus NIP.
Team Secret.
Game 3, EGG2.
Evil Geniuses.
Woo! Okay. And game 4, Fnatic TSM.
You ready?
Yeah?
TSM.
God damn it. You're stealing my bandwagon, motherfucker.
When you realize we always bandwagon the same shit.
I
right?
know.
I don't know why we do it, but we do. We're just two men dying on a hill.
Always dying and never being proven
the
right.
Shit thing is, our usual fucking hill to die on is not even in my bracket.
Yep. All right, your first semi-final and all-European matchup, Empire Team Secret.
Are you ready again?
Oh, what the fuck? How much were you drinking in Vegas when you saw them win? Because I know what this is about.
Just kidding, Team Empire.
There you go. Jesus Christ.
I'm baiting.
There you go. Second semi-final, all North American semi-final, EGTSM.
Just kidding, Evil Geniuses.
All right, a rematch from the Milan Grand Finals, your 2019 Raleigh Major Champions, according to some dumbass on the internet. Empire, EG, who you got?
It's North America, baby. Evil Geniuses is winning the Raleigh Major.
Evil Geniuses will win their first international LAN since the Six Invitational in 2017, according to Stokesifer.
Yep.
And I'm going to save that as a PNG, head over and do it all over again for myself.
All right. I'll walk you through it even though you're doing, the shit. Whatever. Okay. So, Group A, who you got?
Group A. I think I'm with you on the TSM bet, and it's hard to bet against Empire. I think Immortal's track record on LAN is pretty bad. And also their track record inside of Pro League right now is not good. So, yeah. As fondly as I look back at Norengo from SI, I think without Waka, they're a different team, and they proved that really in Milan. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to hit that with the same thing, Empire TSM.
Okay.
That puts the A2 down here. There we go. All right, Group B. Probably the most controversial group out here. G2, Rogue, Secret, Cyclops. I'm going to be dead ass right now. Cyclops is not winning a game. They're going 0-2. Secret is interesting to me because no one's fucking seen them in what feels like 100 years.
And they're dangerous.
They're so fucking dangerous.
Especially with Farrell back.
G2 is still G2. You know what?
Are you going to do it?
I'm putting, and this is going to shock you because I'm still doubting Secret, even though I love them. Rogue is the number 1 seed. They go 2-0. G2 is the number 2 seed.
Okay. I respect the fuck out of it. All right.
That would be a B2, so that puts G2
If everyone
right there.
from NA gets through, we have an NA final in Raleigh, I'm going to fucking lose my shit, dude.
Yep. I think the crowd would lose their shit too. We'd actually have a good NA crowd for the first time in our life.
NA crowd's forehead.
Yeah. All right, group of death.
Are you going on a trip?
They're my motherfucking hill to die on too, man.
Are you going on? Yeah, but you got young Fultz. Is he going to perform in groups?
God, they did so well at SI.
But
it's NIP on land, dude. But NIP
And
on land at SI was
they don't
bad.
and they don't have Redeemer.
And LFO looked bad on land outside of Valencia.
Oh.
See, everyone's talking like group of death. I'm looking at 3 teams that I'm not sure about here.
That's the thing, dude.
I mean,
Psycho
I
on
could probably come up with a fucking reason for every single one of these teams in this entire 16 team page as to why they won't do well. As much as I could find a way for them to do well.
Here's one thing.
Yeah.
Evil Geniuses now gets to boot camp in America.
Yeah.
With Geo.
And they get to keep
guys,
Geo.
Geo has his visa, and they get to keep him
Yes.
because he finally got his visa. So can we get a golf clap? Golf clap for our boy. Geo, we're so fucking happy for you. You know that
Can't
me
wait.
and Flynn both love you. I fucking love hanging out with Geo, dude. Such a nice guy.
I can't wait to hug him as soon as I see him.
I really can't, dude. I really can't.
All right. This is taking a while for me because I'm actually like, it's EG number 1. And then, because, I'm a biased EG fan, Lamau.
I'm not even biased, dude. They just looked so good. I think you and I both said after, we both said after Milan, that was the stumbling block that almost needed to happen to get them like back in their proper headspace. Like they were riding things pretty high. And let's be honest, all of you guys shit on Flynn and I as soon as we made those predictions about the Prestige GG, about Evil Geniuses winning that whole thing. We were one round and a fucking misplay with a C75 away from calling all of you fucking dumb. So don't talk shit, all right? Don't talk shit. These boys are the real fucking deal, okay? That's why I've got them winning this whole thing, by the way. I really feel like they can do it, dude. I really feel it.
I don't think there's a whole lot of doubt in anyone's mind that EG have the capability. The EG's biggest enemy in this whole tournament will be EG. Will they defeat themselves? Because it's
always EG.
It's never anyone else. They had G2 dead to rights at SI18, and they fucked themselves. And then they had Empire dead to rights in Milan, and then they fucked themselves. Like, it's their greatest enemy, and they're their greatest weakness.
You want to take another bet? Who do you think takes on Team Empire to Clubhouse?
Yo, no one.
Oh my god.
I'll put $100 on Empire doesn't play club this entire fucking week. God damn it, man. Why is C taking so long, man?
Come on, pull the trigger.
I just gotta spit something out.
Pull the trigger.
EGLFO. I'm getting really unoriginal with it. I'm getting unoriginal with it, but I'll give a justification. LFO have been hot trash at lands. Hot trash. The hottest of trashes. Just pure, disgusting, vile trash. They look damn good in Valencia, man.
You know what, dude? You know what I really wanted to do right there? I really just wanted to say Evil Geniuses Space Station.
I was thinking about it too. I was thinking about any two of these teams because there's a reason why they all can't make it, and there's a reason why they all can. Like, that's what makes it a group of death. It's not that, like, oh, this team has a hole in their gameplay. Every team has a hole in their gameplay. But holy fuck, Group C is lacking... I'm not going to say it that way. Group C has a lot of accolades behind them. And a lot of good recent performances. I was going to say they have a lack of holes. But, you know, let's try and keep it PG up here. Yeah, EG, LFO, 1-2 seeds in order. So that makes EG the C1. That makes LFO the B2. Or sorry, the C2. So now we go to Group D. FaZe, Fnatic, Dark Zero, Forza. Again, this kind of looks like a group of death to me, man. At least the top three, and Forza's impressive. Forza also locked their spot in Challenger League. They ran the fucking table in the CL quals for EU for the first CL qual. So Forza looks good. They beat a lot of good teams to get there. But they also made a roster change like 5 days ago out of the blue. So yeah, I'm kind of gonna count them out for right now. We'll see what happens. For the other three, I don't know. I don't know. This is another hard one, man. This is another fucking hard one. I have a very tough time believing that Dark Zero makes it out of this. I really do.
I'm feeling it.
Dark Zero on LAN has been rather disappointing.
Hyper on LAN. Hyper on LAN.
Yeah, the rest of the team, though.
Hyper on LAN with time, and the rest of the team really performed decently around them at the minor. The only issue that they had was just their synergy was not there yet. Their pro league has looked pretty good, I would say. They've looked really, really solid. I think them, obviously, here's the thing. They basically play on LAN every single day, just obviously the ping's higher.
Yeah.
Sit right across from each other. I think that Dark Zero, I think it's their time to shine.
I'm such a FaZe fanboy, though, man.
Dude, fucking
I always pick
boys.
FaZe. You can go check all the way to the predictions for fucking SI18. I had FaZe. Like, that is a team that I've believed in every step of the way, and they always shoot me in the dick. So you know what, Latin America? I'm done carrying your fucking water. All three of your teams are gone in groups. It's Fnatic and Dark Zero. And I'm gonna give the 1 seed to Fnatic, just because I don't have that much faith in DZ right now.
Marcella has entered the chat.
So FNC and then Dark Zero. So our brackets are somewhat similar. We have 2 games that are identical. Actually, 3 games that are identical. So that's a little disappointing. First game is Empire Dark Zero. I think the rematch goes the same way. I think Empire take it. I predicted Dark Zero to be a contrarian in Milan. I also thought Dark Zero's structure would shut down a lot of the individual plays that Empire make, but hey. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. Empire is still Empire. Rogue LFO, the rematch of Valencia. Rogue won it in Valencia. I feel like Rogue is still taking it. EGG2. Yeah, I'm really fucking mad that this game has to happen in quarters. It's the only way. Is it the only way though? I mean, if you put EG as the C2, then technically they would play like the second game. So it doesn't have to happen. Oh, wait. Oh my god, there is a way G2 and EG can play in the finals. Right? I'm not tripping? Yeah, no, I'm not tripping. Yeah, if the only real way is if the seeds get reversed here. So like if G2 gets a 1 seed instead of a 2 seed like we're saying, or EG gets a 2 seed instead of a 1 seed like we're saying, then they'll play against each other in the finals if they make it all the way. That's fucking dope. So there is a possibility for them to wind up in the finals together. I have it so that they're in the quarterfinals together. And that fucking sucks ass, because it's not a best of 5. EG, G2. I'm going to take G2. And then Fnatic TSM, I'm going to take Fnatic. And we're down to the final 4. It's Empire, Rogue, G2, and Fnatic. We have 2 Europeans, a North American team, and an APAC team still. I'm high on APAC, apparently. I'm just writing my name in the top corner so that we know who's this who's. Alright, Empire Rogue. What a fucking... You say that semi-final of the majors 3 months ago and everyone thinks I'm actually losing my goddamn mind. That's still a tough one for me, man. I like Rogue. I like Rogue right now. I think they've been on a bit of a heater of a comeback lately. I'm not thinking this is gonna be as obvious as it is with Dark Zero. I think I'll still give it to Empire, but like, if this does happen, this will be one of the closest games of the whole tournament. So I've got Empire going to the finals, because why not? And then I've got G2 going to the final. Okay, I'm really lame and boring, apparently. Wow. I've gotten very lame in my predictions. Just doing one game at a time, and I suddenly discover that I have Empire against G2. Motherfuckers. It's another best of 5. It's another best of 5 against G2. Ah, fuck it. We were wrong. Hashtag we were wrong. G2 are your major champions in Raleigh for 2019. They get back on top. G2 gets back on top.
Did you just go against what we said?
Yep. G2 gets back on top, man.
Right, run me through this bracket.
All right. Empire Dark Zero, I took Empire. Rogue LFO, I took Rogue. EG2, I took G2. Fnatic TSM, I took Fnatic. Empire beats Rogue. G2 beats Fnatic. G2 beats Empire. G2 wins. I'm really mad at myself because I literally, like, I intentionally only looked at every single one of those things one by one, like one game at a time. I wasn't, like, thinking about how anyone would go through the whole thing, other than that EG G2 thing. There is a scenario in which EG and G2 play each other in the finals. But yeah, I'm pissed that everything I've said so far has landed me with a G2 Empire final and a G2 win. That actually pisses me the fuck off.
I hate you.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't predict things based on like who I like is and how they're gonna win the whole tournament or something.
It's not even that. Like, I can't blame you at all, honestly. Like look, I cannot blame.
Oh, I'm just mad at myself.
This entire LAN leans on the fact of, does G2 be G2?
Yeah.
Like, because if they're not, then it's gonna be obviously Evil Geniuses winning.
Well, fuck me. I'm mad. I'm actually mad that that's what my predictions came out to.
Hey,
fuck me right in the ass. Whatever. That's it. We're done with the major. Anything else to talk about with the major, so you know what the fuck that means. Time for some motherfucking Q&A.
Time for some Q&A.
Yeah, with the voice crack, it's definitely time for Q&A. Why do I have a message on Reddit?
Because it messages you when shit happens.
Oh, yes, it did. I see this now. Okay. So the first question, I just want to get this out of the way right now, is from the Time Zone bot. 2000 EDT happens when this comment is 7 hours and 20 minutes old. You can find the live countdown here at countle.com/ a bunch of fucking letters and numbers. I'm a bot. If you want to send feedback, please comment below or send a PM. And I said, good bot. That's our first question out of the way. Fucking nailed it. What's question number 2, idiot?
It's from a JSTMTX-__
What a
long
name.
time no ask. I love this podcast, by the way. But anyway, let's kick things off. Question number 1. Which 4 seed is likeliest one to pull an upset against one of the 1 seeds in groups? TSM.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say TSM. Because what are the 4 seeds? It's TSM, Cyclops,
TSM,
NIP,
Cyclops, Nip, and Force Nip. Never mind,
Force.
cancel that.
Nip? No, I'm still going TSM. I
All
think
right,
I
I'm
think
gonna go
Nip is
Nip.
gonna struggle again, man. I like what they've done in Pro League. I think they've done really well online, and I don't know, that SI performance really
Look.
sticks in the back of my mind.
Look, I might have not said Psycho 57 times,
You're
but
goddamn right.
but Nip and Psycho are something to be reckoned with if they're on. If they're off,
I will
absolutely
say
not.
this. I do like the roster changes they've made, and I do think their team chemistry has gotten a lot better. Muzi and Pino have been just fucking outstanding pickups for Nip, and
They
it's
really
clearly
have, dude.
showing. In the beginning, it was rough. You know, Muzi had I casted his Pro League debut, and Kix and I counted the rounds by that he didn't get a kill, and we got pretty high up there until he got his first Pro League kill. So that sticks in the back of my
guys are
mind.
just asses.
Oh,
dude.
we're
Jesus.
so Michael and I together is just a bad combo. That's a bad combo. We like railing teams, and we do it a lot for fun. Yeah, we were mean to him. I don't know. I think they've come a long way. I really like what they've done in Pro League. It's a different ball game, man. It's a different animal. You're right. Their Vegas performance was impressive. They didn't go to Valencia, so I didn't see them there. But at the end of the day, I like the other 2 teams in the group of death better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, next question. Possibility of G2 going out in groups as well as EG not making it through. If you're saying those in a pair, absolutely fucking not. That's not going to happen.
One of the 2 is going to make it
I
out.
would literally kiss your forehead. Like, that's all I'm saying. G2 going out in groups, it's a possibility if the stripes with Uno is real. You know, like if they're actually really, really having trouble and like they don't have, pockets on pockets like they usually do, because Shas as well as Sua are just gods amongst men when working with rosters. So again, we'll have to see when we get there because that's when the rubber hits the road. EG, I don't see them going out. I definitely think they booked their ticket, but obviously they have a lot of troubles to go through because if SSGs. Again, it's all up to SSG and NIP that determine this. Or excuse me, for that group, it's all up to SSG and NIP that determine that group. For G2, Team Secret and Rogue are the 2 that could definitely knock off G2. I don't see Cyclops doing anything.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna grab some food while you talk.
Okay. That's a bit of a tough one because it is a group of death, right? You got, like I said a couple times over, you got 4 teams there that I could all make a case for why they can't make it out of groups and why they can. G2's group is a little softer, as was the same for SI. I wouldn't be floored if one of them didn't make it. It would be a shock, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if one of them didn't make it. If both of them didn't make it out of groups, however, then I'm on the floor having a heart attack. Question number 3 out of this 5-parter was, why is Team Shrug not at the major? Because we're ass, dude. Because we're fucking ass. If you're wondering, just for my team update, I'll do this real quick. Yeah. Rainbow has gone to Disrupt in place of Drip. So we are looking for a 5th right now. None of us can play.
What's up, bitches?
None of us can play the second qual for CL. So we're stucking all of our eggs into the baskets of quals 3 and 4. Yeah, but we're,
by the way, I'm
in the
actually
process
home.
of looking for
so
a
if you
5th.
need a fill, let me know. I'll actually do it. I don't give a shit. It'd be fun.
None of us can play. Like, I'm flying to Vancouver. Talon's got work. Chase has school. Like, it's a nightmare. Like, no one can play qual 2. So that's fun. Number 4 there is, do you think SSG and TSM are going to climb up the standings in the second half? TSM, yeah. I think they've got their mojo now. SSG, I don't know, man. They seem pretty middle of the pack right now.
I think they're going to ride the middle line.
Yeah, I think SSG is a good middling team right now in NA. But I think there are too many good teams above them, like Rec and Dark Zero, and maybe TSM can climb up. I don't think TSM is going to get relegated. I'll put it that way. Even if they fall into a 7 or 8 spot, there's no auto relegation anymore. I don't see any team projected or already in Challenger League beating them in the best of 3. And then question 5 was, do you think LG is going to drop all the way down in the second half? Same kind of scenario. I think teams have started to figure out their shit, which is Rexon drives a lot of the play on that team. And when Rexon's not on, you shut him down, and shit goes sideways. And I mean, again, I think LG is a top heavy team right now, but it doesn't mean they can't figure their shit out as other teams have done in the past. And I also don't see them losing a best of 3 in a relegation game to anyone, again, projected to be in CL or already in CL. I think this might be the first season, obviously because of auto relegation, but I think this might be the first season in a long time where we see the 8 teams in Pro League stick. I think there's way too much of a divide right now between Challenger League and Pro League in terms of skill. I think the skill gap is just, it's too high right now in Challenger League. Too high in Pro League. I think the one team that could get relegated out would be the Sonics. And, I mean, even then, it's a maybe, man. They're better in BO3s than they are in BO1s.
Team did it. I laughed my ass off.
What the fuck team is Yardy on now? The Power Rangers?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you went back to the Power Rangers. They dropped Carlito, I think. No, they dropped Dot Dash. Next question. Do you think, and this is from Wasion96, do you think making the game free-to-play would have a positive impact on the pro scene in terms of exposure? I don't know about that one. I think turning the game free-to-play, there's already a business model to do it. We've seen the price drop on the base game year over year. So I think UB is getting towards that point. I don't know if it'll ever go completely free to play. They do the free weekends all the time for like during LANs and stuff, and that's also again to kind of promote the game and then get people to watch like Pro League finals. But I don't think if you completely turn this into a free to play game that it automatically boosts pro viewership. There's still a hard disconnect in the community between competitive fans and casual players. There are many more casual players than there are competitive players or competitive fans. So I don't know that turning the game free to play would necessarily immediately add to the competitive fans. It would definitely bring in more people, but then you're still looking at like the 90-10 ratio split between casual players and pro fans. And that's a big divide. So I think if anything, that just, you're still taking the 9-1 odds that fucking someone sticks in casual versus going to being like a pro fan. So I don't know. I don't know that that would have a positive impact on the pro scene only. I think that would just add more players to the daily player rate and look good monetarily for UB, especially when the season's pass is kind of a given for most people to buy. There's a business model to do it without it even concerning the pro scene at all. So I can understand if they did make it free to play, but yeah, I don't see how that immediately would impact the pro scene. Maybe you get a few people, but I don't think you're getting a lot of people.
I agree with you. I don't think that free to play is really going to do anything. And like, for instance, like Counter-Strike isn't a free to play game. Like League of Legends is and Dota is, but still you still have to purchase stuff inside of that. And especially with like League of Legends, you have to invest a shitload of time or a shitload of money to get all of the champions inside of that game. So I don't think free to play is the way to go for Rainbow Six. Which underrated matchups do you think could surprise viewers? That comes from Rainbow Lizard with a 6 for a B. So, I would say anything involved with Team Secret or Team Solo Mid for me.
Yeah, I think TSM will surprise some people because I don't think many people even like clocked what they did in Valencia. A lot of their games were off stream, and the one on stream game they had was pretty decent. I think it was very much overshadowed by LFO versus Navi, which was probably one of the best games of all time. But TSM had a beautiful run in Valencia, and I think a lot of fans will be surprised by their performance, and especially surprised by the fact that both Sam and I have them in our brackets making it out of groups. And I think Secret definitely could run the upset train again, like they did in Vegas. I that's not out of the realm of possibility at all. Team Secret's the team that also ran against the odds at DreamHack Valencia last year to make it to Paris, and also ran against the odds all the way to the quarterfinals in Paris. So they're good on land, and I wouldn't be at all shocked to see them have a good run again. I had other teams on my mind. I think Rogue's recent performances overshadow Secret's in my mind right now.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't floor me if it's Secret instead of Rogue, or maybe Rogue and Secret both make it out and G2 doesn't. There's a lot of flexibility there, and that's that's damn good for the scene, man. I'm glad we're getting to the point where it's not like, all right, you got top heavy groups in all the groups. You already know who's making it. Do your bracket predictions. Now it's like
getting better at the fucking game, guys.
Yeah, thanks. It makes it a lot more interesting.
Oh, all right. Well, I think it's time for the next question.
Yep.
So this one comes from Uzumaki or Chris, that we love to pick on so very much. Number 1, should the community do their own predictions to compare and contrast with the podcast predictions? Why the fuck not? If one of you gets them all correct and we don't, that's perfectly fine. I can start. Of course, Chris. Of course you're going to give us yours.
Of course.
Group A, Team Empire and TSM. Hey, look at that. Group B, Secret and... What? Chris, stop panhandling. Stop it. Stop. Cyclops is not getting out of Group B. That's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to happen.
There's no universe in which they make it out, man.
No.
Dude, we said the same thing about Mantis, and Mantis had now the C9 team, by the way, if anyone was confused who the fuck I was talking about. They had a couple good games, but they still went 0-2 and went home on Tuesday. That's not happening, brother.
Group C, SSG and NIP.
You're saying
Chris,
EG and LFO don't make it?
What are you talking about?
Yikes.
No.
I think he's just riding the upset train, dude. I think that's literally all he's doing.
Group D is Force and Fnatic?
All right.
No.
All right. So I think all this is what I do for the CGG predictions for Pro League, which is just ride the fucking upset train to be like, fuck it. If they don't get points, I'll get them. And if I get it wrong, fuck it. They were never supposed to win anyway.
Oh my god. What teams do you think have the best stories leading up to the major? In my opinion, Secret and Force being 2 of the first ever Challenger League teams to attend a major event and is one of the best. Okay, so here's one thing. One of the reasons that Force is at this tournament is because of a series of unfortunate events for Vitality. Okay, you can't. I hate to bring it up, but you kind of have to give a partial discount, just a partial discount because of that. Vitality is looking really good, especially with the pickup of Stiggy. They look really, really good. So, again, you got to take Force's being here, their presence, with a grain of salt. That's why I'm like, okay, I don't know if they're making it a Group D. I don't know, because Vitality wasn't even in the finals at Valencia, but they were swinging for the fences with this qualifier. For Secret, I definitely think that is a great storyline. Absolutely. Another great storyline, TSM.
Another great storyline, Rogue. How the mighty had fallen and returned to the pedestal, man. That's a team that dominated everyone except for EG in North America for every single season of existence until Season 9. They were always the second fiddle to EG, no matter what, all the way back to year 1.
Kevin just hosted me last night. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
I really like Rogue, man. I really like Rogue for this last run. I'm really impressed with their play. Rogue's a huge look for me right now. I'm going to be looking at Rogue with very, very trained eyes. I want to see everything they're doing. Another good storyline, I think, is Dark Zero. This is their chance for redemption, right? They finally made it to a land for the first time in 1,000 years. And got absolutely schwacked by Empire. I think this is a good redemption opportunity for them to prove that they can hang with the best on land, best in the world as well, not just inside of North America. And hey, I think this is a perfect opportunity for Dark Zero. I like the story there. I I think the EG storyline is good, but people will still hate it because it's EG, and they always win NA and then choke on LAN. So I think there's a lot of people looking out there looking deliberately to hate EG almost as much as people are looking to hate G2 because they win everything and don't choke.
Yeah.
I don't know. Another good story. I think those are all the really, really fascinating storylines. Nip as well with 2 young players. This might be the run that Nip should have had at SI had they made the roster changes earlier. You never know. Yeah.
Let's be completely honest real quick. This major is really just blown wide the fuck open.
Oh yeah, there's no clear cut. There is no clear cut.
No. It's gonna be real hard. All right. Well, next up, Freeze. How you doing, Freeze? All right. Yo, hope y'all enjoying the vacation. Flynn, you and Intero casting recently for Canada was top notch, killing it. As always, feel free to pick up the questions you like, drop the ones you hate. Don't need to read a question if it's bad for the podcast. Much love. We appreciate that, Freeze. So, number 1, disrupt, pick up, drip, and drop him in about 30 seconds.
Nailed it.
Guy goes on a toxic Twitter rampage against another comp player. Is he really healthy for the scene? Figured guys wouldn't want to play pro would keep the drama to a minimum. Guys wanting to play pro, would want to keep drama to a minimum, especially given his history.
So I'm gonna go on the complete other side of this. Given his history, I don't respect anything he's done in the past. Obviously, I don't condone what he's said in the past. Dude, they're polarizing figures for a reason. You kind of need a couple of those. Like, super love him or hate him. He's a polarizing figure, and that's good for the scene. That's good for drama. That's good for storylines. I'm just glad I was right that he also got axed off rip. And it wasn't even, it was for the exact reasons I said. Why the fuck are you putting Yeti on support, basically?
Monk ass.
I think he's fine for the scene. I think his history will never escape him, no matter what he does, no matter how many times he apologizes, no matter how well he plays or how poorly he plays, or what team he plays for and what org accepts him and all that shit. I think that history will follow him to the end of the earth, and I think it'll be a hard hurdle to get over, but you also dropped Jeff, and you're fucking idiots, so, you deserve that one. And then you picked up my other teammates, so I'm just mad at DG right now. I'm just mad at DG in general. I want to yell at them. I'm happy for Rainbow, though. I'm very happy for Rainbow. I hope he does really well. I'm going to be cheering for him the whole fucking way.
By the way, we actually have a game to watch tonight.
We do?
It's Rogue versus TSM at a best of 3.
Oh, finally. Jesus.
Welcome to USN.
Yep. Number 2, P90 for Warden. Parker's been on that train for a mile. What has been...
Parker's also a fucking gold, so...
What has to be done to improve Knock and Warden for comp play? Great to see new ops that don't create a meta, I think. Is it just me who hates Warden's run animation? The run animation is goofy as fuck. Not a fan. The P90, I'm on that train. I'm fine with it. Give him a P90 ACOG. Give him a P90 not an ACOG. I don't fucking care. Give him a weapon that helps him anchor better, because right now the MPX is not your desired weapon to use. Yeah. I think P90 for Warden would be a smart play. I don't have a problem with that. Because right now he's just in a weird spot where the MPX, you kind of got to be a little closer range than you'd want to be as an anchor. He's also just very easy to counter right now. Like, he's got to physically be somewhere where he can see through smoke. And there aren't a lot of places that you can effectively use that where a bulletproof or an evil eye won't do the same thing without putting yourself in harm's way. I think Warden needs a big look at a rework, honestly, just to be Pro League viable. But then again, I said the same thing about Gridlock, and here we are. So I gotta wait and see what happens. I'm not ready to, like, right now I'm feeling that Warden needs a rework, but who knows? Maybe he comes out into pro play after he gets run through scrims for a while, and we're all wrong and idiots, and the MPX is just fine. Or maybe he goes shoddy SMG 12, and then the Lord only knows what kind of playstyle that would induce. But I was completely wrong about Gridlock. So, and a lot of us were completely wrong about Gridlock.
I still don't know why the fuck you ever thought that about Gridlock. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I was very wrong. There was a lot of us that were like, yeah, this is not going to be
fuck all
smart.
of you. I was right. Ha.
I
Ha
was
ha
just like,
ha.
fuck it, dude. Nomad's better. And then, smokes are helpful, and not being caught by ADSs is helpful. And the weapons, they don't suck ass. They're not great. They don't suck ass. I thought the mobility might be an issue, but kind of like Mozzie, jack of all trades, master of none. Decent weapon, not the best weapons. Smokes, meh. Decent utility, not the most powerful utility. Annoying utility, don't get me wrong, but not the most powerful. And mobility is shit, but also can tank bullets. So, kind of just a Swiss Army knife of shit you like in comp. Can't hate
Yeah.
it.
Also, here's another thing. Look, with Nook has a really, really high skill gap, and not a lot of people play her, but she is really, really good because a lot of people rely so much on information in this game, and she contradicts fucking all of it. Like the amount of times in ranked that I've just been like, oh, like they've just been fucking like yokai drones, evil eyes just everywhere.
Yep.
All I do is just play Nook, and I literally just walk into sight.
Yep.
I just fucking walk in because guess what we ban on my fucking ranked games? Legion. Fuck that operator. All right. So just walk in. Just fucking walk into sight, and then I get like a fucking 3K. There's actually a clip. It was on I'll have to show you the clip after Flynn. It was Hereford base. It was downstairs. I wasn't Nook at this time. I was IQ, but I literally I killed this guy on the staircase, and I kill like Mira. She was like pressuring workshop, and then I sprint into sight and kill two other people and put the diffuser down and then get killed. And I was like, literally, where are any of you? Like, where is my team at? How do I kill 4 people and get a diffuser down and then die right when I get the diffuser down? Like, what? I was so mad, dude. But no, like, you can just walk into sight with Nook. It's actually kind of dumb.
Yeah, I think Nook's actually fine for Pro League
Yeah.
because my first role as a support player is get on cams. If I don't see her, I'm not calling it out. If I don't call it out, I'm getting yelled at for not calling it, and then my teammates, most likely Cloud, because he's an idiot, is gonna go, "What the fuck? Why didn't you call?" Oh, it's a Nook. It's gonna be fun. I think she's fine the way she is. Huh?
I would agree with you. I would agree with you on that.
Okay.
Warden, I think that the time about it on his glasses needs to be extended a little bit. That's really about it. That's just different weapons. His weapon choices are fucking bad. They're so bad.
Yeah.
Also, this is the only time that I've ever been confused about literally anything for weapons. I hear that MPX go off. I'm like, Valkyrie. They're like,
Yup.
Valkyrie's dead. And I'm like, oh, I'm so used to new guns and new gun sounds.
Yep. That's
Oh my God.
that's a thing that I don't like about them reusing weapons for new operators is makes it really fucking difficult to tell what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
I really wish they would have come out with new weapons. That's
Also, his running animation is ass.
yeah, his running animation's goofy as hell. I don't know why that needed. Like, why would you? Like, I'm like, why make a new running animation when you could just make new guns and keep the old running animation? That really? We took time on making a new running animation, but not on new guns. Please, for the love of Jesus. Yeah. Number 3, ranked map rotation. Should ranked be pro map lineup or what's best here for the maps? Map choices? I wouldn't be fine with a map voting system, or I would be fine with a map voting system. Wouldn't be against it just being all comp maps only with a seasonal map thrown in. Honestly, like right now, you just get rid of Hereford and Skyscraper, and I'm happy. I'll play all the others. I know there's a big hatred for Fortress. I like Fortress. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, I still hate Cafe though, and it's a comp map, so a lot of the maps are personal preference, and I don't think you should be able to pick and choose maps you want to play. Just because I don't want people being like fucking coastline only diamonds and running coastline 25-9.
Real quick, can I just talk about this for 2 seconds? I love the
Yeah,
amount
go
of
for
people
it.
on Twitter that are quoting the group stages and then picking one team from each group. Like that's how it works. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's not smart. So yeah. Question number 4. How does the overall scale of Fortnite's last tournament affect the Siege scene, if at all? What improvements can Siege make on the pro scene? I mean, improvements overall are more tournament organizers coming in, which won't be a thing until next year, if at all. So, I don't know. Right now, we're kind of locked into the same old. You know what's gonna happen. There's no new things. I'm happy with how the minors are set up. I wish the prize pools for minors were a little bit bigger, and that the TOs paid for accommodation and travel for teams to get to the minors. I think Allied did, but DreamHack doesn't. So yeah, it's kind of tough. Just more events. More events would be better. And obviously more money is always good, but you got to get there over time, right? We didn't all of a sudden just have a $3 million prize pool for SI. That took a year of crowdfunding through the pilot program and Pro League skins and revenue sharing to get there. So, you know, we'll get there with time. I think Fortnite also just has way more money in the bank to blow than Ubisoft is willing to for just Siege. There's a lot of talk all the time about how Ubisoft is like this multi-billion-dollar corporation and all this shit, but it's like they work on a lot of other games. This is their first esport as well. They don't really have all the money in the world to blow on just Siege versus Epic, which realistically Fortnite is their only game that matters, and the esports side of things is good for advertising. So, you know, you want to drop 100 million a year. Fuck it, man. If you got the money, go for it. But I think Fortnite's in a league of its own right now in terms of competitiveness being lower, but prize pools being higher. I think battle royales in general will still always have RNG no matter what you do to them. I was thoroughly entertained by watching the World Cup though. I love watching Fortnite competitive. And everyone at the studio was like so confused because I was sitting there like having to explain shit to people. People didn't know what chug splashes were. People didn't know what the storm surge was. People didn't know what anything was, and they all looked at me and just like, I got 3 separate questions from 3 different people. Parker was one of them, and he was just like, "Why the fuck do you know so much about Fortnite? You seem like a person who would hate it." And I'm like, I don't know, man. I watch a lot of streamers who play Fortnite, and I got into it over time, and I don't know. Fuck you, man. It's my personal preference. It's my goddamn esports I choose to watch.
I didn't know I hated you till now.
You knew that
Why?
a while ago,
Dude,
you motherfucker.
it's such a clusterfuck.
I love it.
There's 2 guys that made fucking over $1 million by not playing the fucking game. They just hid the entire time. Just build forehead, like Jesus Christ.
Hey, man.
Oh my god.
I like it. I had a very fun time watching.
It is such a clusterfuck.
I think the one thing that the Fortnite World Cup does is it helps normalize esports to the general public. There was a lot of posts from a lot of major sports outlets like ESPN and The Score and TSN and
Speaking
Sportsnet.
of which, the Fortnite kid went on Jimmy Fallon.
Yep, and he went on Jimmy Fallon. He's doing a whole media tour right now. I think that's really good for esports in general. Like it doesn't just have to improve Siege. Like Fortnite having an esports scene improves everyone's lives, whether you think about it or not. Like their talent was getting paid handsomely for the event. Much more than we do in Siege. And much more for in comparison to a lot of esports out there, like T1 esports. They were making good money. So that improves wages for all of us. Prize pools, obviously, if those are increased, then that helps set somewhat of a standard. It's obviously hard to draw comparisons between sports because you look at TI for Dota, and that breaks the record every fucking year for biggest esports prize pool. So, you know, there's a lot of money out there in esports, and I think having the Fortnite World Cup be as accessible as it was, as advertised as it was, and honestly as successful as it was, helps all of esports in general, whether you like the game or not. You don't have to like the game or even watch the fucking thing for it to help you.
All I'm saying is, I'm playing Fortnite in my pastime, and I'm gonna qualify just to hide the fucking bush and earn fucking 20K off of hiding in a goddamn bush.
Yo,
That's all
bet.
I'm saying. Like legitimately, guys, if you have not watched competitive Fortnite, this is the thing that fucking pisses me off about Fortnite. This is it. This is it right here. The fact that you can literally make the biggest fucking error in your placement and your movement in the game on your positioning, and you can still get out of it because you can build your fucking anus off and just literally just fucking transport yourself into another fucking realm of reality. Like, it's fucking insane, dude.
I
Like,
love it, man. I love watching Fortnite.
like you fucking shoot one bullet at somebody and they build a goddamn mansion with a pool. Like,
Yep.
fucking, oh, dude,
I
it
love it.
aggravates the shit out of me. But
I love seeing that shit.
dude, I'm gonna go fucking qualify. I'm gonna make like fucking 20 grand off of sitting in a goddamn bush. I don't give a shit.
Minimum for just qualifying was 50. There were 4 people at the end of solos with 0 points, who made 50 grand. US.
Just made my fucking yearly salary.
All right, moving on.
I was wondering why you followed Booga on Twitter. I remember I saw you were following him, and I was like, why the fuck does Flynn follow Booga on Twitter?
I follow a lot of Fortnite people.
Oh my god.
Well, not a lot, a few. Number 5, are event modes in Siege like Outbreak and the one we just completed good for the game? Absolutely. I'm so hyped for Quarantine. I feel like I'm the only one hyped for Quarantine. Oh, dear God, I'm hyped for Quarantine.
Did you just, like, fucking ejaculate in your pants, dude?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, I had a lot of fun with Outbreak, and I can't wait for Quarantine. As well as the Western Showdown. That was a fun fucking event. That was a well put together event by Yubi. I was fucking blown away by how good that event was. That was fun. It wasn't gimmicky. Like, they literally made an entire map for it. It was 3v3 instead of 5v5, which is a lot of fun to experiment with. It's good. It's a nice little aim training thing. Like, it won't like absolutely help your aim, but it's fun to be able to like just constantly try and one tap instead of inside of a T-hunt when you got nitros and bombers and shit running at you. And it's actually playing against real player movement instead of fucking bots. So yeah, I thought Showdown was amazing. I thought Outbreak was amazing. I'm really excited about the upcoming events. And I'm really fucking hyped for Quarantine, man. And honestly, these events drive a lot of fucking rev. They drive a lot of revenue for Ubisoft through skins and packs. And it's good for the game. It's good for the scene overall, man. No complaints on my end.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're really, really good showing of the game, and it shows that they're always on a creative front doing new things. So, do you have any opinion on SSG getting the invite over Rec? Dude, overall, SSG and Rec basically finished at the exact same place at SI. One got knocked out in quarters, other one got knocked out in semis, but I mean, Rec wasn't even really there in semis. They got fucking demolished. So, look, there's a couple different things that go into this, right? Number one, SSG looked really good in quals. They're starting to look a hell of a lot better. Number two, at the end of the day, it's a business, and SSG does the best org-wise of content creation and everything else. When SSG is someplace, you can be damned that there's going to be a lot of people watching, because SSG is fantastic at what they do as an organization. And not only are they a great team, but they're good for business, and that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, no, I think it should have still been SSG just because it was like they finished second, right? Like, how else are you gonna do that? How else, like, I think honestly you should just remove the host country invite altogether, unless you're gonna run a specific tournament like they did for Paris or Vitality to make it through the French Cup. Unless you're gonna run, or say like USN mattered, but like EG and Rogue, the finalists from USN, had already qualified, and then you're going to semifinals, which would have been like what, SSG and Cloud9. So that's both Rec and SSG. So at that point, it's a fucking coin flip. So I don't know what you do, man. I don't know what you do. The only other way I think you could have done host country invite would have been the teams already qualified for the USN finals this year, and pick from that list. And a lot of them had already qualified as well. So it's like, I don't fucking know what you do with the host country invite unless you run an NA specific tournament to decide. And isn't that just the online qualifier but on LAN? So why not just say there's 2 online qual spots, whoever makes it to the finals fucking makes it. Like, just remove the drama from it. That's what I'm asking for here. I get the intention, right? It's host country, one other NA team there, just like they did in Paris for EU. But for the love of Jesus, it's caused so much outcry and so much drama that it's just, I don't think it's worth the headache, man. I just find a different way to make a team qual through games instead of just picking a name. And they did that. They literally picked the second best team in the online qualifier and just said anyone who made the finals got the spot. So I don't know. I'm also curious, how the fuck does SSG get a 3 seed as the host country invite after losing to TSM, but TSM gets a 4 seed for winning the online qual? Like, what happened there? I need an explanation how the fuck that happened. But hey, it's over. It's done with. I'd like you to get rid of the fucking thing. It just causes too much fucking headache when it's not run through a tournament, not a specific tournament. And then the last question here from this giant paragraph was, fun question, how did Flynn and Stokes meet, and what was your first night drinking like?
Oh, fuck.
What was... Okay, so we met through CCS.
USN was our first night of actually meeting.
Yes, but we met online through CCS. We both casted for them. Our first night drinking would have been in Vegas for USN, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I don't remember it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was probably fun, but we've had a lot of nights since, and they've all been fun, so couldn't fucking tell you.
That was the night that we ruined our livers with Goddess at the Mexican restaurant, and I threw up in my shower.
Oh, fuck, that was. Yeah, no, we were all hammered. Like, beyond. I was dying drunk.
Yeah. No, Flynn and I really attempted to kill ourselves. Like, it was
Yeah.
actually... Ooh, it's not good.
So yeah, that was a dinner with like Laxing, Goddess, Virus, Parker, me and Sam, Mark. I think Fox was there as well.
No.
No.
Fox was at Fuyas.
Right. I don't remember who. There were a couple other people there. It was a fun time. It was a good dinner. Yeah. Why is this in blue? What the fuck? Yeah. Moving on, though. Flynn, what is one thing you love about being a team member and one thing you hate? And the same for casting. Which do you like better? I assume by team member you mean being a comp player. One thing I love about being a comp player is competing. There's a very, 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 very funny clip that I'm only going to send to Stokes and no one else because it can never go public because I said some heinous shit. But we were playing against a team in the CL quals and beat them, and I get loud. I get very loud and very hype when I play comp. I'm a very different human being. Imagine when I'm casting.
Imagine when he's actually giving a fuck while casting, like the exciting moments where you guys are like,
it's worse.
Oh my god,
it's
Flynn
worse.
is amazing.
It's
Take that,
worse.
times it by 10,
there
and
you
then
go.
just act like a murderous rampage.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
That's me when I'm playing.
I just hit it on the head, dude.
Troy has nothing on me. We'll say that much. And I mean that. Like, I'm not even, like, exaggerating. Like, no, Troy actually has nothing on me. And I'm going to send this clip preemptively. Do not watch it, because it requires context, and I can't say the context on the podcast. Moving on. Eagle Me's. Number 1, thoughts on teams who think that having a dedicated analyst is not necessary. That just comes down to, like, how much work you want to do as a player versus how much work you want to offset to someone else. Like, if you want to delegate that work to an analyst and pay them to do it, and your org has the money to do it, then why the fuck not? But some players like having control over stuff like that. Like, Super loves having control over all of that. You know, Gotcha does a lot of, like, planning and strategy for Evil Geniuses, but the whole team gets involved with, like, analysis and stuff. There's a bunch of teams out there versus teams like SSG or G2 that have 2 to 3 coaches on roster. You fucking watched the clip, didn't you? You watched the clip, motherfucker. I hate you. I told you not to watch it. It's better with context.
I know the context.
I'm glad you know the context then, so I didn't have to explain it. It's great, isn't it? It's great.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm okay now.
Alright.
Holy fuck.
Here, let me just play the last part of it. I can't play the first part because I was loud and angry and saying some shit, but let me find the end. I think this is it.
You listen to all this shit and you fucking put them above us. You're trash. They're trash. We're all trash.
so I played it, the end part. That was when we played A Team. Not gonna name who, but basically, Corn Pop, my roommate at the Canadian Nationals, ranked them above us in the CL quals. I was a little upset about it, and that was not.
He opened the door and yelled down the hallway.
No, he was sitting right behind me on the couch. He was sitting right behind me on the couch watching us play. Oh, he was dying. He was fucking dying laughing. That was a good meme that we ran for the rest of the week. But yeah, that was a fun time. That wasn't the end of the game, by the way. That was 2 rounds away from the game being over. And then at the end of the game, I was just like, GG's, boys. Good fucking shit. Like, I just got a little hyped up there. So yeah, if you ever, I'll probably put together some non-toxic comp clips at some point. And
that's a fucking lie. They're all toxic.
They're all pretty toxic. I'm not like, I get pretty fucking angry at the other team for doing some dumbass shit and being bad and being good and just all that shit. Like I got hype, man. I'm the hype man.
I have a clip. This is from I can't remember what it was for. I think it's for CO Calls the last time we were playing Polar Ace at the time. And I got like a fucking 4K, like it was a 1v3 at the end. And I cleaned it up and I was like, "Oh, your fucking family hates you!" Like, I was just like
dude, I said some heinous shit in scrims and games.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, one thing I love about being a team member is being able to do stuff like that and compete and play. I love competing. I'm a very competitive person. One thing I hate is my schedule for casting interfering with playing. I wish I had more time and didn't have personal life things as well interfering with stuff like the second Challenge League qualifier. I wish I had unlimited time to dedicate to playing, but unfortunately I don't. The same for casting. I love casting. Love being able to provide a voice to the games. Hate traveling for casting. Despise it. Absolutely despise it. I hate flying. I hate airports. I hate planes. I'm fucking over it. I hate the travel. Hate the fucking travel.
I agree with you.
Yeah, travel sucks ass.
Travel is asshole.
It's
I really wish
great to go to new
up in a
places.
nice area. Like, I know this is us just being petty bitches because we do an amazing job.
Yeah.
But like, I would love to just be in like one nice area and just live. Like,
Yep. In your opinion, which org treats the players best in R6? I don't know. There's a lot of good orgs out there.
Dude, yeah, we have some really good orgs now. Like, there's not very many people that have a complaint with their org anymore.
No. Okay, Quincy, how in the ever-living fuck do these CL quals work? I feel like this is as confusing, if not more confusing, than USN quals. What smooth-brained shitlord came up with this format? Also, Flynn, good luck on the next qualifiers, my man. Rooting for you, even though I don't know how it works. So, Wooly Ponchos went on to explain the whole thing, and then you said at the end, that seems really fucking annoying. And it is really fucking annoying, so I'm gonna say my piece on this, because I've already trashed them on Twitter for it. These CL quals are a joke. An absolute joke. The format is fucking asinine. What was wrong with the old format? How is this better in any fucking way than the old format? So if anyone's confused as to what the old format was versus this new, which is technically the older format, if anyone's played CL Quals for Season 6, 5, or 4, you'll remember this, because I played them in those. This current format it's a double elimination go for, basically. If you don't know what that is, it's a double elimination, so you have to lose twice, but it's just an entirely randomly seeded best of one bracket. The only best of 3 at any given time is in the grand finals. If you win the entire bullshit go for, you get a spot in CL for quals 1 and 2. For North America, if you make it to the finals, you get a spot in CL, because there's 6 spots open. So the finalists from the last 2 quals make it in. So that means you could make it into Challenger League without ever playing a best of 3. Does that make sense? Kind of, because you never play BO3s in CL anyway, so That's not really my gripe with it. My gripe with it is that they only give us a 4-hour window to play. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, and you have to cut off by 11 p.m. Eastern. Well, guess what, idiots? It took 5 days to do fucking North America. What are you doing? The old format, which was the format used to qualify for majors, was the Swiss format, where all the games start at the same fucking time, and you only play 4 a night, and you play 8 in total. And the teams with the best records get the most points from that qual. You gotta play all 4 to get the most points possible, and then you qual for the best of 3, all best of 3, by the way, double elimination bracket, for 16 teams. But no, we have to go back to this asinine shit. And guess what happened? You wanna know why NA took 5 days and EU only took 4, even though EU had more teams? It's because some idiot approved a delay of a game that was supposed to start at 7 to 9:30 in the losers bracket. It delayed the whole fucking bracket for 3 hours. And when you only have a 4-hour window to play, that's a whole fucking day! This system is so fucking asinine. I don't know why the fuck we went back to it. This is the biggest misstep I've ever seen by ESL in my entire fucking life. And I say that to a core, knowing some other shit that has gone down. This is fucking stupid. I am so over this qual format. So over it. You gotta wait in between your games. We had to wait for an hour and a half for our first game. We got a first round bye. Because there's just random ass buys for a lot of teams. Because it's a goddamn bracket instead of fucking Swiss, where every team except for one will play a game. Because if you have an odd number of teams, it gives one team a break and a free win. But they don't get tiebreaker points either, so it doesn't help them that much in the standings. Actually, getting a free win fucks you in your tiebreaker points. Swiss was fine. Did it have its problems? Yeah. Were the tiebreaker points bullshit? Yeah. Does everything have to be perfect?
Playing the fucking thing? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, was it perfect? No. Is this better? Fuck no. Oh, I'm irate. I'm irate that this whole fucking system exists and it's back again. Because this was the old format for 4, 5, and 6. And guess what? Those teams were ass in CL. Ass.
Ass.
You want to know why we saw the same fucking teams over and over and over again in Pro League in that year? Because of this shit. Because it's a randomly seeded bracket. You want to know who was in our 16th of the bracket? It was us, Leftovers, Embers, and Parallax. 4 teams that can make Challenger League. We're in our 16th of the bracket. But another fucking 16th of the bracket had Jimmy Two Shoes, a bunch of silvers, some fuckheads from Carolina. Like, what? Why? Why? Swiss handles that. You play the team closest to you in record. So that you're playing equal competition all the way through. So that your wins and losses actually matter. Holy fuck! And there was no waiting for games. They all start and end at the same time. The round kicks over an hour and a half after the last one does. So what? Okay, it takes 6 hours instead of 4. You fucking idiots! It takes 3 times as many days! I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed about the CL Qual format. So yeah, it is really fucking annoying, Quincy. It is really fucking annoying. Moving on.
Fuck me with a rake, Quincy.
I already talked about everything you said, Willy Poncho, so we're moving on. Flacco. This is going to be a weirdly worded question. Great. I already know you guys can't talk and, I don't know, spell, but whatever. Do you think groups should have more than one team from each region when they don't have to? For example, at Invite, Group A had 2 LATAM teams while Group D had none. Group B had 2 NA teams while Group C had none. I think majors would be more interesting if there were as few inter-regional matches as possible in the group stages. No, I'd rather have inter-regional.
Same.
I would much rather have inter-regional all the way through.
Same.
Yeah. Number 2, how would you have chosen which team got the invite spot? Like I said, fucking make a tournament. I don't care if it's all online anyway, or just run a second fucking online qual, or just say the second place team Guess the online qual spot. Do you think that the grand finals of the qualifiers were fair to the team in the winners bracket? If not, how would you change it so that it's fair for both teams? Just do a BO5 with the winning team that hasn't lost yet get a map advantage. They win a fake map. Will we finally get a Stokes and Taro Wombo combo casting duo? Probably not.
Only way that happens is if fucking Kicks, like, for some reason gets extremely ill, and then it'd probably be me or Flynn that fills in for him.
Yeah. Thank you for all your hard work and good luck in your endeavors. Thank you. Hey, love you guys and your casting. I'm happy. This is from Saltiest Person NA. Great name. Hey, love you guys and your casting. I'm happy to hear more at the major. That'll be fun. Do you think that Shrug has a good chance of making it into CL? And if they do, will Flynn still cast? Yes and yes. Also, who should they pick up to replace Flynn? Anyone but me. I'm a goddamn bot. What do you guys do when you're not engaging in Siege, casting, or playing, or is Siege life? Might have been answered in a previous episode, but it's been a while. Right now, for me, it's playing. Just every fucking day. If I'm not on Siege, I'm in bed. Just because I've been grinding with the team. If I'm awake and not playing Siege, now that I'm back home, I'm playing Chell. Basically all the time, because I missed having my PS4 in Montreal. But for the most part in Montreal, I just went out drinking with the guys and hung out with them. We went out in the town a lot in Montreal, man. Like, we had to cast 4 hours a week. That's easy money, man. We just chilled for a long time. Watched a lot of quals. Played a lot of quals. Yeah, that's kind of me. I don't know about you, Sam.
Yeah. Now that I'm home, I just play video games. I've been playing Apex Legends and Rainbow Six Siege. I already got Diamond on the season, and I don't play comp right now because I just got home. I would like to, but I'm just coaching. So I'm just chilling and playing video games and streaming. That's what I do. That's what I do with my life. I got Chick-fil-A right when I got home. If you guys wanted to know,
I got a
grocery shopping
burrito earlier today and fell asleep.
I'm selling my car. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
see, like,
our lives are boring as shit.
Yeah. Yep. But you guys revere us as something. I don't understand why. Fuck it, whatever.
Super Minum. Next question.
I got it. Super Minum. 1. Gotta remember the 1. Thoughts on the NIP org scandal?
I'm gonna skip that for reasons I can't divulge.
I'm gonna skip that as well. Do you think teams picking up 6 players is a good choice? I just picked up Katsung as a 6th. I don't know what the rules are inside of ESL for switching players in between maps, but I definitely know that's something for League of Legends and some others that do best of 3s, obviously.
Same thing.
So then they could definitely have a 6th player, and it could definitely work out for them.
The last
esports jerseys.
Hold on. hold on. The last example of that was Falco being picked up as a 5th player for or 6th player, for Penta, the now G2 team. He played at the Year 2 Season 1 finals, if I'm not mistaken, and they literally only brought him in for 1 map, which was Consulate, because he was a filthy mute player. This is also before he had the SMG-11. Yeah, it's been done before. Falco did well in his performance. Penta went on to win the whole tournament, so, I mean, it's doable. The thing with having a 6th player is you gotta treat him like a starting player at that point. If you're gonna say he's a sub, then he knows he's not playing. If you're gonna treat him like a 6th man in, then he's gotta have some kind of specialty. That's kind of the thing. Like, you really only pick up a 6th player if you need someone who is really fucking good at one thing, but trash as shit at everything else. So whether Katsang's specialty is shield players, or plant denial, or mute, as Falco's example was, or fragging, whatever his specialty is, it's probably what he's only good at, and there's probably a reason he's not on the main roster. So take all 6th player pickups with a grain of salt, because they may be really good at one thing, but maybe their comms suck, maybe their morale sucks, maybe they're super toxic, maybe they just are shit with a gun and good at being a shield. Like, there's a million things that he could be good at, but it's probably the only thing he's good at.
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite esports jersey, Flynn?
I don't own any, so I wish I had some.
What would you say, like, the coolest one that you've seen is?
I
would say personally the Marvel Liquid jerseys.
Yeah. I like those. I'm trying to think of, like, the only real jerseys I've seen are in Siege. I like the G2 jerseys. Not really a fan of any other jersey in NA really. Like the EG jerseys are okay, but I don't like the faded blue. I think if they went for a stronger blue, it would look better, but that's their brand, so. The old C9 jerseys. Parker and I were actually just talking about this the other day. Parker didn't like that the majority of the body of the C9 jersey was white, and then the Cloud logo was blue. And we said, like, if you flipped it, so to make the whole jersey that light baby blue, and then make just the Cloud white, that would look really fucking sexual. Actually, I like the SSG jerseys. I don't have a problem with them. They're not, like, eye-popping, but they're okay. The Na'Vi jerseys are pretty meh. I'm sure a lot of Americans like the Rogue USA jerseys. I fucking hate them. The normal Rogue jerseys, I'm cool with. The new Norango jersey is actually pretty filthy. The Empire jerseys are trash. I fucking hate the Empire jerseys for that fucking, like, disgusting ass mustard color. That's their accent. That's fucking awful.
Yeah.
I like the all red ones they were wearing in Milan though. Those were nice. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of a lot of the jerseys out there. The Immortals jerseys are pretty good. I like the color anyway. FaZe jerseys are always good. Like, FaZe always has good jerseys no matter what. Liquid jerseys are pretty meh to me. Fnatic jerseys are pretty okay. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of, like, a lot of esports jerseys, unfortunately. There's some that
Best
look
hockey
good.
jersey ever.
Oh. Ever? Fuck. Probably either just for nostalgia's sake, the old 93 Mighty Ducks, purple and eggplant, or the eggplant and, like, dark teal or whatever those were. Those were lethal. Obviously I love the new Leafs redesign. They're not pajama jerseys anymore. Not a fan of Vegas. I'm interested to see what Seattle does with theirs. Kings are boring. Ducks are boring. The all-orange Winter Classic jerseys that the Ducks had a little while ago, or Stadium Series jerseys that they had a little while ago, were fucking nice. Basically any Blackhawks outdoor event jersey is fucking sexual. Yeah,
I was waiting for it.
The Oilers all orange jerseys aren't bad. I kind of like those. I like flashy colors on jerseys. Like, I just picked up a Sergei Bobrovsky jersey for Florida. I got the all red home, with the gold accents. It's nice.
San Jose's got some badass jerseys.
I hate San Jose's jerseys. Holy fuck! I hate that color teal. I hate that color teal. That color teal makes me vomit. That color teal makes me vomit.
I like San Jose.
Yeah, those are probably all the NHL jerseys that I'm, like, overly a fan of.
All right. Well, moving on from that, Repulsive. Who do you think is the most valuable player in Pro League since day one?
Since day one? So you're talking about an OG pro that's still around?
Yeah.
I'd
say Young.
Yeah, Young's always been clutch. I think Slash is always good in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
Although he hasn't been around since, like, day one. You know what? Bonesy. Bonesy's been on that same fucking team since the very first season of Pro League. And he's never gone anywhere because he's the most reliable support pivot point player. And as a support player, I gotta give a shout out to the man. I think Astro as well. Back when they played with Santos Dexterity, was a standout, and he's been a standout on that team ever since. Yeah, those would probably be mine. Yeah, those would be my MVPs in Pro League since day one. This is more for Stokes. Can you explain how USN works? Seems like endless qualifiers. How many land spots are there?
Oh my god. Okay, so guys, there's 8 land spots. Okay, there's 2 per section. So we have 4 areas that you can qualify: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and wild card. All right. I don't know why they don't call it stage 4, but they call it wild card. Okay. They kind of more or less try to set this up like a NFL-esque thing,
Yeah.
so that people would be able to relate to it a lot easier, which
That
it
failed.
somewhat made it more complicated, but it's whatever. Okay. All right. So open qualifiers are on Saturday. Anyone can play. All right. You qualify through. Once it gets to the quarters, okay, that's when things stop. All right. Or yeah, once it gets to the quarters, that's when things stop. So we then cast those on the desk. All right. And when you win, you go into the closed qualifier. Okay. So once you get to the closed qualifier, all you do, once you get to the closed when you get to semifinals, once you get to semifinals, you stop. All right. This is USN. Isn't it fun?
Yep.
Once you get to, no, I was right the original time. Motherfucker. Let me back up. Hold on. You're just gonna laugh your ass off. So
Yep.
I'm just confusing myself. Open bracket play. So you guys play up to quarters. We commentate your quarters. All right. Then that moves on to semifinals, which are then casted in the closed qualifier days, where you have the best of ones for the East Coast to the West Coast. All right. And then you move on finally and to the best of 3, which is going to be played tonight between Rogue and TSM. Okay. That's how it ends up going. So basically they just meet up on opposite ends of the bracket. You end up playing against each other, and whoever wins that best of 3 goes to land and secures the land spot. There you go.
There you go.
And
That's
I'm like
USN.
90%, and I'm like 90%. I'm wrong on that, by the way. Like 90%. I can't remember.
USN's a clusterfuck.
It is such a fucking clusterfuck, dude. Just know that the easiest way to explain it is open bracket, close qualifier, best of 3, you go to land. Like that's the easiest way. But there's a lot, obviously, more behind that. So.
All right. Night Swipe. Can I buy you a drink in Raleigh?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Not. I don't know you. You're gonna put a roofie in my drink. You can give me the money for a drink, but that's it. Sorry to shut you down, but no. On the hot.
If I watch him buy it, I'll drink it.
There you go. Yeah. If I watch you buy it and hand it to me without doing anything else to it, then maybe. On the Hot Breach podcast, Kix mentioned his idea of splitting the queues into 1 to 3 players and 5 stacks. Thoughts on this or alternatives? Also, love to see one or both of you guys guest on that podcast. Very open to it if they ever reach out.
Yep.
I like the idea. Don't have a problem with that.
Love it.
Yeah. I mean, I like duo queuing a lot with Chase. We do it literally every single fucking day. So, wouldn't mind if we also were going against duo queues. But I like going against 5 stacks even in a duo, man. Like, I would probably not enjoy that, but I could see how it would be enjoyable for other people. I don't 5 stack a lot in ranked. I really don't. I don't enjoy 5 stacking in ranked just because everyone gets really loud and annoying and shit. I like duo or trio queuing. That's my sweet spot. I never solo. 2 or 3 people is my usual max. I hate 5 queuing. So, other people might enjoy it. I'd hate it. I like the system as it is right now. I don't have any problems with it. A lot of people hate ranked for a bunch of different reasons, but it's a preference.
All right. Well, on to the next thing.
The last thing.
It's Noah. Oh, fuck, Noah. What did you do? Group C is dumb. Can EG win if they drop Nady into coach and Gotcha to IGL?
Well, Gotcha is the number 1
By
rated.
the way, just hold on 1 second. Just in case, guys, Noah is like, he would probably take a bullet for Evil Geniuses. Like, that's his favorite team. So that comes from a place of I don't really know where it comes from. Probably
Self-hating Evil Genius fan. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I believe so, considering Gotcha is the number 1 rated Pro League player in the entire world in Season 10 right now. So, you know what? Yeah, drop Troy right now. Put him on coach. Actually, you know what? Just drop everyone. Just let Gotcha 1v5. He'll win it all. Easiest major win of your life.
All right, well.
It got downvoted, so I'm going to give that an upvote, just so it's at 0. There we go.
We'll help you know. We're saving your karma. You're welcome.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us over here with the B-Leaguers. We love all of you guys. It was a fun episode. We'll be back probably after the major because nothing else is going to happen. So,
yeah, so there probably won't be an episode next week. Simply because like I'm gone all this weekend, and then when I come back,
Also, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about. Like, we're in a complete off season right now, so there's nothing else to talk about. So we'll probably take next week off. We'll go to the major. You won't see us for a few weeks, but we'll be back with a big episode after the major with plenty of fun stories to tell.
Dude, that Thursday that we're off, I'm probably going to end up losing my liver.
Probably. That's what we always do.
All right. We love you guys. koyostore.com. Make sure you guys go over to that. Thank you to our sponsor once again. We know it was kind of weird for them because we were gone for a little bit, but we're back. We're still repping. Use code BLeaguers. Get all your pins on there. Get all of that paraphernalia, or as Noah likes to call it, propaganda, on that website. Get it all. Get some of it. It's beautiful. Use code BLeaguers on their store at checkout. We love you guys all. Once again, we'll be seeing you in a couple weeks. If you guys see us at the Raleigh Major, make sure to say hi. Flynn and I do not hate you guys, we promise. As much shit as we talk, we're both just a bunch of fuck asses that love video games, and we love talking to you guys. So make sure to stop by if you see us at the Raleigh Major. Give us a hug, give us a handshake, give us an elbow touch, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. We love all of you once again, and we will see you after the Raleigh Major.